Call this meeting to order. It's now Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. This is our work session. Can everyone please rise if you haven't done so already for the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. First item on our agenda. B1 is an introduction of new hires. Do we have any new hires?
Yes,
here today?
three
Oh,
new hires.
great, yes, I see on my agenda we have 3, and they're all going to R.J. Bailey School. Do we have the R.J. Bailey principal here today?
Somewhere, I saw her.
Miss Rossi, please join us up maybe at the tables. There's a seat for her, maybe she could sit somewhere with us, because we're going to meet some of our new hires. First on our list, we have Shanalise Almestia. Did I butcher your name? Come up, please, and please introduce yourself to the podium. Maybe introduce yourself, properly pronounce your name, since I butchered your name. I'm so sorry. I have to do better. And then let us know a little bit about yourself and what you're going to be doing here for the Greenburgh Central School District.
Thank you. So my name is Shanalise Almestica. I am hired for the life skills position. I've been working with this, special education for 13 years in K to 5 and also home settings with ABA. I am gonna implement my experience with special education and homeschool with the life skills position.
Wonderful. Thank you. Any questions from board members? Anything? No? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on our agenda is Miss Darlene Danny. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you'll be doing here.
Sure, my name is Darlene Donnie. I was teaching many years in the Bronx. I will be teaching at R.J. Bailey Elementary School as a general education elementary teacher. I'm very excited, Westchester County resident, and looking forward to joining Greenburgh and bringing all of my experience and skills and knowledge, and looking forward to collaborating and doing my best to make a difference.
Wonderful, thank you. Are there any questions from the board of ed? I'm sorry I didn't get to ask about Miss Danny. Anybody want to say anything? No? Okay, next we have Catherine Ramirez. Hi, Miss Ramirez.
Hello.
I met her parents in the parking lot.
Yes, I brought my parents here.
Yes,
so
they're
proud.
very proud of you. They're very proud of you, and they support you, and I love it.
Thank
Because
you.
is a family.
Thank
So
you.
welcome.
I did write a couple of notes, so I didn't forget anything
Wonderful.
important about myself. But
Okay.
I am Catherine Ramirez, as you've already introduced me as. I'm really happy to be here tonight and to meet all of you, and to be part of the Greenburgh Central School District. I've been an educator now for 7 years, working in New York City charter schools, working at the elementary school level. I currently am teaching 2nd graders, which has been really thrilling and a new challenge for me. But it will be wonderful to step up to 4th, 5th, and 6th graders at Richard J. Bailey. I wanted to include that special education is a demographic that's really near and dear to my heart, so I am eager to bring my experience, like you had mentioned, into the role and to support students of diverse needs. My passions outside of work include reading and music, and I love to be in nature, and so I'm just really happy to meet you all and work closely together this year, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you guys so much for joining our district. It's the #1 best district in New York State. You'll know that very soon. Ms. Rossi, do you want to share anything just in general about these new hires? You're getting a lot of new teachers there in your building.
Yes, it wasn't easy, but we were very particular about who we want in front of our students. And, Catherine and Shanalise and Darlene really demonstrated their ability to relate to the students. It was evident in their interview as well as in the demo lesson, so we are very excited to welcome them to the RJ Bailey family.
Wonderful, wonderful, thank you. You guys may not know your new principal, who used to be a teacher in the district, one of the best. She goes down legendary. Who's had her as a teacher over here? Okay, thank you, legendary, okay. So you have a great role model to learn from. She'll be a great instructional leader, so thank you. Okay, move on. Wonderful, thank you. Next on our agenda is, that's it, thank you, Ms. Rossi. You don't want to say? You just say. She will say, yeah. Next on our agenda is policy review. And let's go through all the policies. Oh, okay, I'll turn the meeting over to my Vice President, Chris Valley.
There's no need to turn the meeting over to me because we're going to table that item until later in the meeting. So we have documents in front of us and we have other things pending that we need to take care of in a timely manner.
Okay, so we'll table the item unless somebody really wants to talk about one of the policies right now. We are gonna get copies of them later, and we would come back after exec session. They'll still be recorded, still be public, but we'll have the policies in front of us and we'll be able to discuss a little further. Okay, fine. I'll let that go. Next on our agenda is ex officio student report. Is there any student coming tonight?
No.
Then that's also tabled. Then we have the board president's report, that's me. I do want to ask everyone for a moment of silence. We lost a member of the Greenburgh Central School District community more recently, Miss Marion Jones Archer, who has been teaching dance to our African dance to our students from Bailey age to Woodlands Middle High School age, and she passed recently, and so I'm going to ask for everyone to have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Thank you. Does anybody know Miss Archer or any of the work that she did? Maybe we want to talk about her. I don't want to move on without giving the option for that.
Good night.
No? Good night. Thank you. All right, so she will definitely be missed. She touched a lot of children's lives. I had found out about Miss Archer passing, and then Dr. Iverson sent out a message to our school community, so thank you, Dr. Iverson. And then some of the kids from the district that are now grown up, I have them, through my social media, and I just saw so many posts about Miss Archer and how she affected their lives. They're grown up, they're living their lives, being adults, and they heard about her passing and they had a reaction. So she definitely touched a lot of children. We also got a letter from BOCES Southern Westchester on a different topic. I want to read to you guys. On behalf of Southern Westchester BOCES, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to each of you for your unanimous support of the budget, administrative budget for the 25-26 school year. Your continued commitment and collaboration are essential to the success of our shared mission. With your support, Southern Westchester BOCES will be able to sustain and expand its efforts to provide high-quality, relevant programs that empower students and help them build the skills they need to thrive. Thank you once again for your leadership and dedication to the students and communities we serve together. We are making a meaningful difference in the lives of our children throughout our region. And that's from their board president. So I'll pass the note around so you guys can all read it. And so I just wanted to, the only address that I would have would be to encourage everyone to stay vigilant during this time. The weather's a little wonky. It's half hot, half cold. Try not to, dress to make yourself sick, and continue to stay on your schedule and do what you need to do. It's a very, very busy time, very stressful for the Board of Ed members, but it's also stressful for our staff and for our students. And that is it. If there anyone else that want to make a comment, I know you have one. Yes.
My question is just for Dr. Njoku. I saw that the students that took the ALP test recently were going to be notified if they made it into the program. Are the kids who did not make it into the program, are they also receiving notification?
I have to find out what's typical. I do know of the acceptance. I don't know if because of the age range, how a letter to say you are not accepted. So I will have to find out what that process is when they are not accepted typically.
So in the past, they've received nothing.
Oh, they've received, okay.
And that has led to a lot of confusion,
Okay,
because then there's no notice, and so parents don't know if their student just lost the piece of
Right,
paper,
right.
or they're gonna be notified a different way, and so there's a lot of miscommunication that happens
So-
as a result.
That is good to know. We want to be sensitive in how we communicate it, so,
Yes.
but there would be a form of communication then.
I think in the past, when a child has gotten it, it's been in a sealed envelope that has
Mhm.
gone home with them. Now, that also requires the student to make sure they give it to their
Yes,
parents,
yes,
which is a complication anyway, especially for like the first graders. But both from personal experience and learned experience, the lack of notice if you didn't get into causes a different problem.
Right, so now that I'm aware that there wasn't a different form, I just was sensitive about written, you know, but if,
Yep.
we will be communicating both.
Beautiful, thank you.
Are there any other questions? Could be about curriculum.
Is this the right time to ask about the half-days that are approaching for the middle school, or do we wait on that one?
You can ask now.
Okay, so it's brought to my attention that there are 9 half-days in June for the middle school, and they're getting out at 10:45. So just want to understand the rationale for that. You know, think about working parents and those that don't want to leave their kids home for more than.
Yes.
So is this the right forum, or?
Oh, yeah, I think it's fair, yeah. So probably, she said there's 9,
It's
so.
from the 13th to the 27th.
I got it down.
What?
On the 16th.
Yes.
16th.
So it's probably 13th here.
Mr. Smith.
Yeah, dismissal on the 13th. On the calendar, it says the 13th. So is this something that, it starts on the 13th? It just says early dismissal, but doesn't say why. So here, also early dismissal.
I mean, I could see 11:30, but 10.
Well, this is when the region starts,
That's
17th.
the half day for that.
So the
Region
17th,
and,
the
uh,
13th,
Was it
and
that?
the 16th. So I think what probably extended, well, I don't know why the 13th and the 16th, but the 17th is when the region starts.
Mhm.
Then we do have Juneteenth on the 19th. So
Oh,
normally
that's
it
fine.
would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
Mhm.
days, but it ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. From pretty much the 12th is the last full day of school.
This one, okay.
I can find out for you.
Right, moving up there to 20th, I know that's a really bad, that's a given. No, no. Yeah, so we could just, understand that, because 7th and 8th graders don't take a Regents exam.
It depends, some 8th graders do, but,
We could talk during that statement as well.
right. But,
And so with the new regions, just so you know, with the newer regions, they moved the new regions exams up earlier.
Mhm.
So once they become no longer new, they get placed back into the regular week. So it's gonna be that way, I think, for the next couple of years, because the physics and chemistry regions are again new next year.
is that the 13th and 16th,
Yeah, the earlier
maybe?
one, yes.
I just texted, but it is connected to the regions. They need those staff members to proctor, to help proctor.
Okay.
And so there are a lot of students who, get extended time, so, there are a lot of kind of permutations and combinations of where there needs to be proctoring, and in some rooms more than one. And so the law does permit school districts to do this so that, and it still counts as an instructional day, because they come in like this time and leave at 11:30, so it counts. But I know the rationale is that they just don't have enough proctors.
Yeah, they leave it at 10:45.
She said 11:30.
It's not 11:30.
Oh, no, it's
The half day
10:45.
for Bailey and,
At 11:30.
RJ Bailey
is 10:45.
Hey, RJ Bailey is
Because when
11:30.
when all the schools are on half day,
No, I
then
think
the bus runs.
High
RJ
Ivy's
Bailey's
also-
at
High Ivy's
10:45 too.
11:30.
Yeah, the young
And
ones.
then Bailey's 10:45.
Mhm.
But they also start similar time.
Yeah, they start at 8.
So-
Yeah, 8-ish.
Yeah.
Um, Okay, are there any more questions, comments, concerns? No? Graduation date is the 27th, 5 o'clock?
Right, yeah.
Okay, well, listen, I'll be there regardless. What about, we got prom passed already, anything else?
Just what's on the calendar.
Then it looks like we're moving on. Next item on our agenda is our open public hearing for the appropriation of repair reserve funds. Can I get a motion?
I move that we open a public hearing on the appropriation of repair reserve funds.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Go ahead.
I just would like to ask Ms. Raymond, or whoever would know, what's the targeted closing date for the public hearing?
30 days. It has to be no lesser than 30 days from today.
So July 1st is out of the question, unless,
Well,
June
you gotta
30th,
count 30 days.
and,
30 days would be July 3rd, wouldn't it?
in June.
so
So
our
27.
July 1st is our reorg meeting, that's why I'm asking if we'd be able to.
Close it on the
Close.
1st. Yeah. No?
It's not 30 days.
Oh, it has to be minimum 30 days. Sorry, missed that part. Okay.
Is there, sorry, is
Well,
there,
we're having a special meeting on the 8th and 9th, a retreat.
I was gonna say, otherwise, is there a deadline on the other side of that? There's no less than 30 days, is there no more then?
No, but we're having are
You
we
could do it
meeting?
on the 8th.
Yeah, are we meeting on the 8th? Is that the date?
Don't
Do you
know.
have it in front of you?
Yes, on one of those days, which I can find right now.
Oh,
The 9th.
The 9th, okay, so, what,
July.
July, are you here?
So,
9th and 10th.
9th and 10th?
right. Should be on the calendar. So
Carol's on the
because
calendar.
one of our retreat days will be July 9th, if it's not yet noticed as a special meeting, and or if we
No.
need to publicize that it's the closing of a,
The public hearing. What time is
public hearing.
July
I don't know what needs to
9th.
get published in the newspapers, but we can talk about that offline.
6 to 9.
At night.
Mhm.
Oh, that's fine. In the morning.
I'm up. You know I'm up.
Only one.
Dr. Iverson's up, right, Dr. 6 a.m. she's done. Okay. Did you ask your question?
No, I'm, multiple things in my brain that
Do you have more questions about this motion?
no, oh, no.
It's, any more discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries and the public hearing is open.
Close.
Open.
Open.
It's open, but your
With a
motion
plan
is
to
closed.
close.
The agenda item is
But with plans to close hopefully July 9th. Okay. Next on our items are public comments. Are there any public commenters? No? All right, we'll keep going. Exec session. Can I get a motion, please?
I move that we adjourn to executive session to discuss the employment history of particular persons, personnel matters, and/or employee records, student records, and matters deemed confidential by state and federal law, including seeking advice from counsel.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. We are now in executive session. Who has the letter from BOCES?
Oh, Patricia does.
Oh. Okay, we're back from executive session. Next on our agenda was policy presentation B2. I understand there's a desire to table that whole section for now. Move it to our 17th meeting, please.
Yep.
Thank you. Next on our item is work session approvals. We have also a tabled item is going to be H4, which is a board action item. Can I get a motion for E1, personnel instructional items?
I move that we approve the instructional personnel items presented to the board for approval this evening.
Second.
It's been properly moved, seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Item D2, personal, non-instructional item.
I move that we approve the non-instructional personnel items presented to the board for approval this evening.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Item E3, board action items without item H4.
I move that we approve the board action items presented to the board for approval this evening with the exception of item H4.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. For any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. We gotta do item E4, people personnel services item. Can I get a motion?
Now, let me understand, is item I2 unhidden?
Is item I2 open,
I'm
Patricia?
looking.
I2 is not open.
Hold on. Was I supposed to tell you to open that one?
For you?
I don't think we were doing that.
I opened another one that you asked me.
I know. Item I2 was.
We asked for timeliness and we never really followed up. It's not a timely issue and we just can't,
What?
we can,
None of us
we
looked at
discussed
that.
I thought you said you wanted to read it.
Yeah, but why would you open it?
I don't know. I think it's not open. I didn't tell you to open it.
Okay.
We were just
saying
going back
the
and forth.
conversation was
As
that
it
it's timely
stands.
required to happen now, so we did not open it. We just have to change the contract date on it to be appropriate for when we do open it and vote on it.
I move that we approve the pupil personnel services items presented to the board for approval this evening.
So 2 is taken.
2 is not here. I2 is
Okay, it's
hidden.
not here, it's hidden, so we'll
Continues
leave it.
hidden.
The
Second.
All those, it's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. So Patricia, that contract is going to be updated.
Okay,
The dates on it are for today, and then we're not approving it today.
okay.
J1, we're gonna talk about, the agenda items from the next meeting, minutes, policy approvals, treasurer's report, warrant report. There were comments there? Yes, no? Okay. Budget code transfers, tax warrant, tax certiorari, TRS retirement, reserve fund, repair reserve fund, ERS retirement reserve fund, capital fund transfers, appointment for the nurse summer work, appointment for the substitute monitor.
Just to be clear, just stated, I will be sending questions on the reserve fund transfer. I'm catching up, Rivet, on all the various reserve fund transfers.
By 12 noon tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you already got them written down.
Or 12
Okay.
right now.
The appointment for RN summer work, appointment for summer monitor, appointment for substitute, district-wide, appointment for substitute registered nurses, appointment for substitute cleaners, appointments for substitute monitors, summer only. And we're gonna find out the process for hiring the security monitors, right? Do you need a question in the packet?
She said she's gonna.
Okay. Summer monitors, summer only, substitute district-wide cleaners, summer only. Appointment Shelley Yapchak, appointment Albert T. Alexis, appointment Carolyn Cronin, appointment Lena Calderon Newton, confidential employees. Business contract, Asset Works, business contract, Benetech, business contract, Southern Westchester BOCES, business contract, Healthy Kids, health services contract, Scarsdale, authorization, Rick 1, resignation, appointment extracurricular activities, fall sports, appointment instructional coaches, appointment AccuCare nursing and home care, RFP contract, Achieve Beyond, RFP contracts, I'm not gonna read all the contracts, RFP contracts, PPS, all PPS contracts, PPS, please Louise, bunch of PPS contracts and RFPs. And then we'll have recognition for extra mile award and our recognition for our retirees. We're moving on to closing items. Is there any new business? Hearing none, can I get a motion for adjournment, please?
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries. 12:33 PM. Good night. 12:32 AM. PM, AM.